A couple of months ago, I was scrolling through my YouTube page, just being bored out of my mind. I was relaxing after the hard work that I've done earlier that day, and I wanted to just chill off and maybe learn something in the process. And so, as I scrolled, I found something really interesting that caught my attention. It was a Trump interview. Because, of course, in November of this year, Trump will go into the elections, and and he will most likely, in my opinion, become the next president of the United States of America. But this video isn't supposed to be political or anything. You will later see what I'm trying to say with this story. And so I just clicked on it, and during the entire 40-minute interview with him, I was completely shocked at how authentic and how good of a delivery this guy was talking in. He spoke with not like passion, like he was overexcited, like he was overly defensive. No, he was cool, calm, and collective. You could literally see it in his nonverbal communication. He was just sitting there with his normal stance. He wasn't making like any mimics to try to please the audience. No, he was just being himself, the old Donald Trump that we all know. He was completely open to any kind of question, even if it was um, about his opinions. On the opposing side, which was the Democrats, he was still open to answering any kind of questions, and he didn't call out anyone. He wasn't trying to make fun of anyone. No, he was just defending himself against the claims that they were putting on him. Like, I don't remember the story exactly, but he told this in the interview, and I'll link it into the description so that you can watch the interview for yourself. It really surprised me, but the story goes that there was this couple who lost like their family member in some kind of a war. I don't, sorry, it's been a month since I saw the interview, and so I don't really remember it, but they lost their family member in some kind of a war, and they invited Donald Trump himself to come to the family member's funeral. And Trump actually did show up to that funeral. And guess what the Democrats did? They, and I'm not trying to put the blame on anyone over here, I'm just simply reporting what I heard in that interview. They basically wrote an article saying that Donald Trump is trying to like buy votes or something like that from like the general public and stuff like that. Like he's trying to just quote unquote act nice so that he gets their vote. And yeah, and basically Trump, he didn't yell, he didn't start to swear, he didn't start to attack anyone. He just simply sat there and he defended himself like he's supposed to, with honor and with dignity. He said that no, he didn't go there with the intent to get their votes. He just went there because he actually wanted to. And the family of the deceased family member who died in the war actually supported Trump. And they themselves proclaimed that he went there because of the funeral alone and not because of the votes. But which side of the story will you pick is completely up to you. This video is not supposed to be political or anything. What I'm trying to say based on this story is that however successful you get in the future, because I know that you'll get successful eventually, since you're on the path of self improvement that we are on currently. We improve every single day, we read books, get new knowledge, get more creative, more disciplined, more productive. Our willpower gets stronger by the day, and eventually we will get so successful, we will amass so much financial wealth, so much physical health, so much mental clarity, we will get so much social intelligence that we won't literally have to improve it for the rest of our lives. But, of course, we should never get complacent, especially with our ideals and with our reputation. There will come a point in our self improvement journey where we get so successful, where we become basically so advanced in everything, in the wealth, health, and relationships desires, that we literally won't have to make progress anymore. And here's the thing, Donald Trump, like over the past couple of elections, like the 2016 election, the 2020 election, and now the 2024 election. He didn't have to candidate in any single one of them. If he wanted to, he could have just easily called it out and basically cash out when he was like 5 years into his successful entrepreneurship journey. Because remember, Donald Trump has been a billionaire ever since like the 70s, probably. And he was like, I don't remember exactly Trump's age, but he was probably like 30 years old by that point already. So he could have just joined like the top elites. He never could have showed his face. He never had to write books with Robert Kiyosaki about wealth, for example. He never had to show up in TV. He never had to do anything for the rest of his life. He could have just bought a mansion in Hawaii and he could have stayed there for the rest of his life. He never could have risked his life in the assassination attempt. It never could have happened if he just never candidated in the first place, if he never got involved with the politics, if he just let the Democrats steam us over and do anything that they wanted with us. But no, he wanted more, but in a good way. He wanted more from life. He wanted more power, but not in a sense that he actually wanted to kill all of us or that he wanted to rule over us like a bad dictator. No, you saw it yourself during the 2016 and 2020 period when he was the president. Like, I'm just saying the data right now that I heard in the interview and from other sources that the immigration rate during the Trump's period when he was elected into office was the lowest it has ever been since the start of the United States of America. And plus, during Trump's reign, literally there were no wars that the USA got themselves involved in. Like I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was probably the Iraqi war or something like that that ended during Trump's reign, which was going on for like 20 years by that point. So yeah, you can't really say that Trump was a bad president. Not that he was the best president also, because yeah, sure, he did help the nation, but he didn't stabilize it, of course. But that's a topic for another YouTube channel. Like I said, this video isn't supposed to be political. I'm just saying that he was a man of self improvement. He wanted more from life. He set goals for himself that he wanted to achieve, and he did achieve them. And when he climbed to the top, he didn't let the bad habits pressure him. He didn't let the bad habits overcome him and take advantage of him. At one point, he was literally the most powerful and the most strongest man in the entire world. He literally could have declared war on any nation that he could have and completely annihilate them. The point that I'm trying to emphasize right now is that no matter how successful you get, you must always strive for more, but in a good way, of course. Not in an overly protective way, like, or a overly possessive way, like you want to fulfill some kind of an inauthentic desire that comes from the primal desires like sex, food, money, water, social validation and stuff like that, but what actually comes authentically from you. Because it is inevitable. No matter how much progress you make on your self improvement journey, you can't see progress for like years to come, and that will be completely okay because eventually all of that positive karma that you've been outputting will come back to you, and you'll get the sense of delayed gratification, your first dollar online, your first girlfriend, and once you achieve that success, I know that the urges will really get to you to become complacent. But no, you must always light a fire under your ass to keep going. Because the social gratifications, they will always be there to come back to you. And not just instant gratification activities, but complacency as a whole. You must not allow that to take over you. Because when a man gets complacent and he indulges way too much in comfort, that is literally the number one killer of man. Comfort will always kill masculinity. Because what is the reason that our balls are outside of our body? Well, because they hate worms, of course. And when you're constantly stuck at home with all of these devices frying your balls and destroying your testosterone levels and degrading your sperm quality, of course you will become less competitive, less driveful. So remember, you're better than 99% of people. 99% of people, they just settle for the system. They go to school, they get a shitty degree, they get a shitty job with bad wife and bad kids that don't even love them. Then they retire for like 15 years and then they die. That's the script that the 99% of people follow. And believe it or not, once you actually achieve the success and you become complacent, like you don't strive for more and you don't do anything to protect your reputation and you don't adapt to new times, then you just become just like them. Think about it. 99% of adults, they have no idea about what kind of state the economy is in right now. They have no idea about the latest electronics and how to use them properly. And so, eventually, you must not become complacent with this also, because eventually new times will come. The generations will change once again, new slang words will appear, new devices will appear, the times will change also. You have no idea what kind of state the world could be in 20 years from now. And so, of course, you must not just strive for more when it comes to your current situation, like your current goals, but with the future goals as well. You must constantly adapt to the new generations. Like just look at Trump during the 2016 presidential elections. He was literally becoming a meme icon. What a way to actually get votes from them, right? Okay, so this is the number one willpower test that you need to constantly look out for to never get complacent, no matter the success. You must always adapt to new times and always set new goals and challenge yourself on a daily basis so that you don't get complacent and let the bad habits rot away your empire that you built on hard work. If you want to join a community where we discuss our mental health and full of like minded men who share the same values as you, the same likes and dislikes, the same goals as you, who are becoming the best version of themselves every single day to surpass you in this race of men, and who will light a fire under your ass so that you keep going, but at the same time, they will give you knowledge like true blood bonded brothers, then you can join our Discord clan in the description. I know that if you're watching videos like these and willing to take action, then I know that you have way more potential than you think you have. We like men like you, so please, don't let this potential go to waste and harness it and join us on the path to greatness. You are destined for success, so stop being held back by the 99% of people and join the winners. But besides that, you can like the video, you can subscribe if you like, join the email list in the description, and get yourself a free ebook about mindfulness. Comment on which part of the video you liked the most, and which part of the video you will implement into your daily life. Don't forget to join the clan, you're still invited, and become a part of the family. And with that being said, thank you very much for watching this video, and remember, no one is better at being you